Hey everyone, this is Seth from Bjj Gear Junkie.com. Today with another gear review. Yes, this is the newest Honey Badger Rashguard. This is the version 2012. This is, the design is done by the man, the myth, the legend, Meerkatsu, and it is powered by Tatami Fightwear. So it's a little bit of a little collaboration going on there. And you know what? It is probably now my favorite Rashguard. I think because in part, word on the street is that Rupture, which is my current favorite Rashguard, you know, they're kind of going out of business. They're not making any more. At least that's what I read on their Facebook page. So that means that my favorite Rashguard, you know, eventually is going to no longer be able to be purchased by anybody. So I'm going to have to revise that list a little bit and probably bump this one to my number 1 and then the Rupture to the number 2. And the reason that the Rupture is so high up there is because it's durable. The way that the material feels, it can really take a beating. And this one is very similar, and I think if you watch my first impressions video, when I pulled it out, I was like, the Rashguard feels very similar, the feel of it, which means, now I wouldn't go and do this on purpose, but if you accidentally wash it with your knee brace, I feel like it's not just going to chew it up, okay? Because this design can look really pretty and everything, but if it gets all pilled after, you know, Velcro has attacked it, you know, I guess the Honey Badger at that point would give a shit. So I think that is kind of my main reason. Even if this was blank, even if it didn't have this cool design on it, the construction and the quality and how it fit on me really adds to it a lot. And then you add the cool design on it, and it's just a home run in my book. I know in the first impressions I brought up an issue that I thought might happen with the seam running under the armpit here. Happy to say that I didn't have any issues with that. I'm 5'7", I'm about 165 pounds right now, and I got this in a medium. It fits good. The body length is decent. It didn't ride up on me at all and become a belly shirt. And also, I like to wear my Rashguards kind of tight, like almost like a second layer of skin. You know, I don't like the feeling of wearing a t-shirt under my gi. I hate that. So I always get mediums. I don't even check the sizing. I'm just like, yeah, give me a medium. And this fit really good. Now, I think what might happen with the seam under the armpit, not necessarily with this one, but just talking about the design in general where they put a seam under the armpit, is if you're a muscle-bound guy and maybe this Rashguard fits too tight, then this seam can actually come in contact up under your armpit. But if it's kind of sized correctly, this seam doesn't actually really touch because it's just like floating in your armpit in that space right there. So I think that may be the reason that I have issues with some Rashguards, because maybe they're just a tiny bit too tight in that area, and then it pushes that seam up into your armpit, which causes that chafing. So I was really psyched that I thought that was going to be like the only ding that I was going to give this Rashguard, but I didn't have the issue, so, you know, can't take it out on them. So let's talk about the other features a little bit. The seams and the cuffs and everything, super good quality. I didn't have any loose stitching, and I'll roll in some close-ups too, guys, but I didn't have any loose threads. I mean, it was great. I had no complaints whatsoever. Of course, I haven't really had this for very long, but I really tried to make it in my rotation as much as possible. So, like if I trained 2 days in a row, I'd come home, I'd wash it, I'd hang dry it, it'd be ready for the next training session. So I kind of was like really trying to get as much use out of it as possible. I wanted to get out the review before they're on sale, just because that way you guys can kind of make up your mind about it. If you're thinking about buying it, you see the review, you know, I would highly recommend go out and grab it. I think you can go to Tatami Fightwear's website and check it out if you want. So let's just take a look. Here's the front. You have a vicious looking badger, honey badger. I like the looks of this design better. I think it has a little bit more of an adult feel to it, obviously a little bit of a darker theme. I like that. The first one was good too, but it was a little bit more comical and like, oh, like a cute little honey badger, right? This one, you know, has like blood-looking colors all over it and stuff. I mean, I probably could have done without the blood. It would have been just as cool, just with probably just the, you know, whatever. But, you know, I like the more adult theme, I guess. Make sure this is centered in the viewfinder for you guys. Alright, so, and then on the back here, we have the same honey badger, but now we have the Meerkatsu logo here, and some kanji, I guess, down here. And then it says Honey Badger Fighter down at the bottom here, which is cool. This, the background kind of, this stripe going down, it almost looks like a barcode, but I know it's not. Then on the sleeves, and I'll roll in close-ups, guys, probably as I'm saying this right now. Got some more symbols and the Honey Badger Fightwear logo there. So that looks pretty cool. Another thing that, just talking about the fit, it had a nice taper to the bottom, so I think along with the length and the cut of it, it really helped it not ride up, because that is the most irritating thing in the world. You know, especially if you're like in an uncomfortable position, maybe you're not doing so hot that roll and you're getting smashed, and you're just like, can't breathe, and your rash guard's up around your neck. You know, no one likes that, okay? So I was really pleased that I did not have that issue with this one. So highly recommended. I'm probably, after this review's out for a little bit, I'm going to go and revise my list, my top 5 list, and probably put this one on the top there. And if you guys are thinking about going and getting this, make sure you check out the full written review too, because I'm going to have some detailed pictures there as well. And then if you're really interested, you can head on over to Tatami Fightwear's website and get you one of these Honey Badger Rashguards. This is the version 2012. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more videos.